Have you ever met someone and the instant they shook your hand, looked at you, or opened their mouth, you found yourself looking for an impromptu escape that wouldn't signal to them just how much you dislike them for no apparent reason at all? What if you realized right after that they worked at your company? Why on earth do some people just rub us the wrong way from the onset? Well, the answer is quite simple, and you already know it. It's our brain. We have a love-hate relationship with it. Our brain knows that we can't just pull up a chair and a portable machine every time we meet someone to assess if they're going to be an asset or a liability to us and our company before we decide if we should stay or if we should get the heck out of the way, right? We need to make a judgment in the here and now during that eye contact and the possible clammy handshake, right? It's an automatic process. Our beliefs, our experiences, our biases from a lifetime, they are all working together in that very moment to make that one judgment. And we fail to realize that we even made it. And just like that, someone ends up in the plus column or in the minus column. And subsequently, if they had the misfortune of ending up in our minus column, it's very difficult for them to prove themselves worthy to you. And after that, our brain is constantly looking for evidence to support the newfound belief that we don't like them, that basically they're in our minus column, right? And so this, of course, causes distrust. And that is why baby toxicity is born. And much like an older sibling, when a newborn arrives, trust starts to feel unwelcome in its very home. And we love to feed that baby. And so the baby grows and grows while we see less and less of that older sibling trust. So picture going through a growth spurt in your family, your company. See where I'm going with this? The very time when you need your children the most, they turn on each other and they create havoc. You know who I'm likening your children to, right? So let's move on. These growth spurts in your company can also be described as inflection points. And as we grow, we expand. And as we expand, we tend to cause a bit of strain in crucial areas, your talent being one of them. Humans, am I right? We can't live with them. We can't live without them. The very beings who bring you success and joy also cause the communication and cultural strain that drive you toward that whiskey every night you swore you would wait until Friday to drink. When your company is at an inflection point and showing signs of strain, the last thing you need is more drama, less productivity, and more waste and inefficiency. But what if we could change all that? What if we could initiate a self-awareness system within your executive team that would change the game of your whole company? And I know what you're thinking by now. For goodness sake, woman, just spit it out. What is it? It starts with you. You have to start saying yes. Yes to admitting there's an issue. Yes to stop pretending that there's a conflict that's just going to go away on its own. Yes to noticing how much money the company is bleeding out with absenteeism and loss of productivity and high potentials leaving and workers' comp bills and shrinkage. And I could go on. Okay, I will. So yes, to stop throwing Band-Aids in the form of one-off trainings that give you a binder that just sits on the shelf. And yes, to putting a system in place where people seek self-awareness and behave differently and are held accountable for it. And they like it. And we don't want a system that's good for a day or a week or for 2 weeks or for 2 months. Instead, we want a system that's carefully constructed by your team with the help of an expert so that they buy into it immediately and that lasts. A system where the accountability and the results are baked in and there is nowhere to hide. A system that has each of them inviting others for feedback, and it becomes commonplace at your company to seek it and give it. So during any inflection point, it's crucial that your team pauses, assumes they have made many judgments and assumptions that are causing bias in their decision-making, and questions their thoughts instead of just blindly accepting them. So let's not leave anyone from your team behind. If you have lions roaring in the workplace, making it harder for everyone else to get things done, or if your company is going through a growth spurt and everyone needs to get aligned before they get on the train to the next stop, the next level of growth, the next level of success, give us a call, 951-888-5857. Visit the website, drop us a line. Our team of 6 experts at Inflection Point Partners will make sure that you are well equipped for success in all areas of growth, strategy, finance, M&A, sales, marketing, and you've got it, talent. That is the principle behind Inflection Point Partners. We understand how to align your company to create value, produce efficiency, and drive demand so that companies can break through the inflection point into a whole new trajectory of growth. Makes sense, right? Nice talking to you.